I lose my breath whenever I see you. You stole my heart, what is it that you do?
Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how you can cut down on paper clutter. This is the #1 complaint that I get from so many of you. So I'm not going to be talking about bills and things like that. We know I throw that stuff in a basket. I'm going to be showing you how you can organize all that other paperwork that you have. Stuff coming in from the school, schedules, recipes, all that paper clutter that ends up on your kitchen counter. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my binder systems. Listen, I'm not a binder person for every day. This is a little too have to stop and open the tabs and put it in, but binders work for every organizing style when it's the papers that you're not dealing with on a day-to-day basis, but the things that you want to be able to find fast. You don't need to find paid bills fast, but you do need to find your kids' school information if you need their PIN or password when you have to log into something, or if you need quick medical information, or you're looking for a phone number of a friend that you kind of don't have in your phone because you don't call. I don't know what paper you're looking for, but the point is having binder systems is the perfect way to store all of those. So I'm going to start first with my home management binder. So my household management binder is where I store all of those papers that used to be on my fridge. So my kids' school information, emergency information. This is something that people forget to really print out all the time. So your insurance providers. So that way, if something ever happens to you or you're traveling, all of your information is in one spot. But even if you're not using it for emergency informations, I also have how to manage my home in here. So I have the cleaning checklist that I regularly use. I have the master project list of things we want to do. I have the schedule of when to change the batteries in my things that beep when the house is on fire. There's a word for that. Fire alarm. And when to change the furnace filters and all of those type of things. So I have my home maintenance guide in here. I have restaurants and the menus of the ones we really like in here, and all my kids' school information, especially now that we're doing online school. There's so many passwords for so many apps. So it's all stored in here. Their bus information, their PIN codes, and all of our medical information goes in here as well, including our immunization cards and all of that stuff. Where do you store that stuff? In your home management binder. And at the very back, this is where I keep all of the receipts of things that I don't know if I have to return, or Christmas receipts. So this doesn't get used every day, but it is so handy and you have to have one. All of the printables I use are free on my website, clutterbug.com, under printables. I'm gonna put the link below and you can make yourself a home management binder. The other binder that I love so much and use constantly is a meal planning binder. If you don't have a meal planning binder, you need one of these in your life. This replaces the dozens and dozens of cookbooks that you have, or those handwritten recipes, or the things you printed out from the internet. Where do you put them? In a meal planning binder. This just eliminated so much clutter from my home, but I use it all the time. My favorite part is having the menu planning helper in the front with a list of all our favorite meals, so I can look at it at a quick glance and come up with meal ideas for the week. But it also just stores all of my favorite recipes, sorted by baking and soups and appetizers and entrees and sides and desserts. If I find it on the internet and I like it, it goes in here. If someone's handwritten me something, it goes in here. It isn't pretty, but it is so practical. And if you're struggling with lots of cookbooks or handwritten recipes shoved here, there, and everywhere, you need a meal planning binder. I also have a finance binder. This is where we put all our yearly statements for all of our investments and our bank statements yearly though, so that we can every year at tax time, we just switch it over. I love the finance binder. It also has our budget in it. We have a goal planning binder. I heart this goal planning binder so hard. This is where my big dreams go. And the best part about this is you can see I don't have a big dream right now. But when I do put it in here, when I achieve it, I move it to the back where it's achieved goals. So this is a free printable again on my website. You can create your own goal planning binder. You have to do this, you guys. It helps you identify something big that you want to do and break it down into baby steps and then prioritize those baby steps. Everything that I've ever done, it started as a goal in my goal planning binder, whether it's writing a book, doing a TV show, all of that stuff. It takes planning, and I am not a planner. So I love that this is sort of my guide to help me achieve all the things that I want to achieve. But the best part is going back through and looking at all the things that I did accomplish. So I save all of my past goals. The course I made years ago, I'm telling you, you guys, you need a goal planning binder. So the other binders that I have is a travel binder. So when we're traveling, I just print all the itineraries and all of that stuff and keep it in a binder because I'm a nerd like that. But my new binder, is my fitness binder. So I'm hoping to start working out. And I have this fitness binder, which has, it's cute, you guys. It has everything from like your before weight, I didn't have the picture yet, and my goals, and then it has workout schedules. And I'm feeling really motivated now that I've printed all the things that I want to do off and put them into this binder. I think I'm way more likely to maybe actually do it. Planning is the first step to success. Am I right? Am I right? My point is, whatever paper clutter that you're struggling with, maybe it's fitness workouts, maybe you love printing quotes off the internet, maybe you just have an abundance of school papers or kids' artwork, a binder system can really help you organize and contain all of your paper clutter. It's fast and it's really easy to put together. You gotta try it today. I've been using these binders for a really long time, but I wanted to update them before I showed them to you, so they were pretty. And I ordered all of these binders from Amazon. There was a pack of 6. It was a really good price. I'm gonna put the link down below. And the inserts are so pretty, and they're pink too, pink and gold, so you can find binders that match your decor. If you are a visual organizer, you can keep these out on a shelf. It'll look so beautiful as part of your decor. Or if you're a hidden bug, you can put them inside a closet or a cabinet somewhere behind closed doors. I think binder systems work for every single organizing style. If you're a macro organizer like me, you just have less categories inside. If you're a micro organizer, you want lots of categories. And I really like using the clear plastic sleeves for things that I use all the time so that the pages don't tear or get messy. I'm gonna put links down below to these binders, the inserts, and all of the things that I use to create my binder system. If you want to make your own binder but you don't know where to start, you can visit my website at clutterbug.com/printables, and all of the printables that I use to create all of these binders and many more are on my website there. So check them out and get organizing today. Thank you so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. So yesterday I was talking to Izzy about the fact that I'm kind of sad that we don't do all the fun stuff with Milo that I did with the girls. Like, we had fairy gardens, and every single day, you guys, I would go and I would sprinkle fairy dust in their fairy garden. In the winter, I would sprinkle it in the house, and I went hard. I wrote little notes, tiny little notes, and would hide them from the fairies. Izzy then let me know that she believed until grade 7, which she said is the most mortifying thing that I ever did to her in her entire life, because she was constantly telling her friends at school that they were crazy and she had real fairies. And then she reminded me of this really embarrassing story. She was 11 and in the backyard in her fairy garden, and she felt some goo on her face. And when she went like this, it was purple. And so she thought that a fairy had pooped on her. And she came running over. Oh my God, a fairy pooped on my head, and it's glittery, and it's a fairy and a fairy. And I just let her go with it. And she had a little YouTube channel at the time. So she uploaded a video that was like, a fairy pooped on me. It's one of her all-time most embarrassing moments. Obviously, it was not a fairy, it was a bird, and the bird had ate the cherry tree, so it looked kind of sparkly because there was cherry pits in it, and she was covered in bird feces, and I was like, it's magical, the fairy must like you. So, maybe not take it too far. I wanted it to be a magical. My interpretation of her childhood and her interpretation are very different. But that being said, we used to do themed dinner parties, fairy and all of that stuff. So we've decided to have the same thing for Milo. And our first one is a dino dinner where we're T-Rexes and we can't move we got those little hands, and we have to eat our dinner with our faces. So I'm very excited about that because let's make our kids' childhood weird and mess them up so they have to go to therapy. No, magical and wonderful. I'll see you guys next time.